The Holy Gospel according to Mark, the 13th chapter. Jesus is speaking to those who have gathered around. And as a note, this is toward the end of his ministry, in the time just before he celebrates the Passover meal with his disciples before his betrayal. But in those days, after that suffering, the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will be falling from heaven, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. Then he will send out the angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of heaven. From the fig tree, learn its lesson. As soon as its branch becomes tender and puts forth its leaves, you know that summer is near. So also, when you see these things taking place, you know that he is near at the very gates. Truly, I tell you, this generation will not pass away until all these things have taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But about that day or hour no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Beware, keep alert, for you do not know when the time will come. It is like a man going on a journey, when he leaves home and puts his slaves in charge, each with his work, and commands the doorkeeper to be on watch. Therefore, keep awake, for you do not know when the master of the house will come, in the evening, or at midnight, or at cockcrow, or at dawn. Or else he may find you asleep when he comes suddenly. And what I say to you, I say to all, keep awake. The gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
You may be seated. Every year it is the same thing. There's a way in which the church is just out of step. The church is out of sync. Today it comes with this beginning of a new church year, the first Sunday of Advent. With New Year's Eve and New Year's Day yet a month away on the calendar, the church insists on beginning the new year now. There are all kinds of ways that being out of sync messes with us. And the easy ones, well, they're this. First Advent is a time for waiting for God to be revealed in Christ Jesus. And there is a threefold way that happens in this time, in this waiting. The church waits for the coming of Jesus at the end of time, out in the future, and in that reveals the absolute truth of God's love, reconciliation, and new life. At the same time, the church awaits the coming of Jesus in the present, right now, right here, in word and in sacrament. And finally, the church awaits that time for celebrating the coming of Jesus in history, in